What's up, guys? It's Zachy J, and today we're going to be talking about Wu Wei. And it's a beautiful, beautiful sunset happening here. And I just wanted to show you we're over here. We're going to have a nice little fire that's going to be later on, not right now. And then before you know it, we'll have a nice little lounge area and we can be lounging. And, I invite you to lounge with me because this topic is the perfect topic to lounge around, to lay around and listen to, because we're talking about Wu Wei and what is up with that Wu Wei, right? And guess what? We've been trying to talk about Wu Wei this whole entire time. New Age has caught up to the Wu Wei and has been coining different terms to try to point at the same concept, right? What are these different terms? You have the terms where of manifestation. You have the secret. We all know, familiar with the secret and the laws of attraction. And then you have, like words like co-creation, right? And magic. All these sorts of things. Vision boards, right? All these sorts of things are being talked about in the new age. And it has been a topic that is not new. It's not new. It's been talked about forever. People have been trying to do this stuff forever. And, in fact, I'm willing to challenge the new age because they got it right. They got it right with Wu Wei. They did. They did. We don't speak Chinese, so I get it. That's like not like the biggest catch on that ever happened for our culture, for English culture, but they really nailed it with the Wu Wei. And let's define it, right? So we can understand it. The Wu Wei means effortless effort, okay? It means effortless effort. So let's go through the other definitions, right? We're going to go through the secret, right? The secret and the laws of attraction, right? Become the thing and attract it to you, right? For me, that just seems a little bit too. It seems like it's missing a few key points, right? It's not it might indicate, or the connotation of this laws of attraction or the secret is that there is this secret thing that you can do to get all this power and money and success, right? And then the laws of attraction, all you have to do is become the thing, and then vibrate like it, like, and then all of a sudden it'll fall into your lap. And I want words to do the people that are using them the most service, because time is limited and your practice is important. So, how you spend your time practicing is of the utmost importance. So, if you're practicing things with the wrong frameworks, the intellectual frameworks, you might find out that you have a difficulty advancing in your practice, and your practice is having a difficulty serving you. So we want to like really understand how this language can suit us, and the language suits us by just the title. If the title is very understandable, the it's self-explanatory, then the tool becomes way more useful, right? As the language becomes way more useful. So like when we touch base with manifestation, right? How useful is a term is that? What might that mean to you? Well, some people have been talking about manifestation for a long time and they're in the new age world, so they probably get it. And if you say the word manifestation to them, it's an immediate connection. But how is it being used as a tool, right? I can manifest something. Let me just imagine it in my mind, and then it should appear like Uber, like I ordered it right off an app, right? It should be appearing right to my door any day now, right? That's how success works, right? And then you have better terms. I in fact, I like co-creating. I think co-creating is an awesome term. It establishes some sense of responsibility that you're supposed to go out there and actually do something, right? You're not just supposed to think it, believe it, but like you gotta also go do it too, right? So that's the co-creating is a more active language that expresses that your need to actually to participate in the game, especially the game of spirituality and the game of life, not just to be a brain in a jar or a stone Buddha on a stone mountain, right? Don't be that. Don't do that. So what's up with Wu Wei then? How come it's so much better than all these other terms? Well, I think it's better than all these other terms because if you grasp the meaning of it, and I know we don't speak Chinese, and we don't, well, I don't. And Wu Wei is like, from the East, like this term's from the East, but the definition of it, effortless effort, is incredible. It's incredible because that is the path, right? That is the path. Ultimately, we're practicing all these things from spirituality to working out to eating right. Whatever all the good habits that you possess, you're practicing them all so the things that you do can be effortless. The music that you play, you've been practicing guitar maybe your whole life, like for years, right? You're doing that so it can seem effortless when you're playing. And the same thing with all these other things you might be doing. Any type of passion that you're throwing time into, the hobbies, we're getting there towards this effortlessness. It's of course filled with practice, you but for the outside world, it feels like it's nothing at all. It looks like it's completely natural, almost like you're breathing. And that's pretty that's an important way of understanding effortless effort because it goes deeper than that too. It goes beyond skill gaps where you just build up enough skill and then things become easy. It goes into the metaphysical because it goes into how you should also be living life. You should be living life in a way where it's effortless effort, that the things that are happening in front of you is not because of a force of will, but it is because that is the flow. You're just completely in touch with the flow. And you're flowing because there is some dynamic energy at play here. And the word for the dynamic energy is effort, right? There is enough catalyst action that is happening that is propelling you forward, and that's the effort. And it just happens to be effortless because you're no longer holding yourself back either by fear and anxiety from taking the steps that you need to take, but also you're not trying to force the issue either. You're not trying to be completely willing things to happen like black magic, like, oh, I'm going to make this happen. It's going to happen whether you like it or not, my way or the highway type of mentality, right? Some people, we look for like willpower is incredibly important, and if you can build your willpower, please do. Sometimes you're going to need it, right? You need to tap it a little bit to get things in motion, right? Especially if things get hard in life. But that shouldn't be your only mode of operating. Your mode generally should be putting things into taking steps, right? You should be taking those steps, but you should be taking those steps because that's where you would go anyways. And that's you were going to do that anyways, right? You were going to have fun anyways. And the thing that you were going to do that was going to be the anyways just happens to be things that are also completely constructive for your life and helping you build success and friendship and love, right? It just happens to be that way because that's the effortless effort. And you're willing to trust into it, right? You're willing to take that leap of faith that if you listen and gently move along with the wind, that you will get to where you need to go. And the flow of your life is going to be different from the flow of another person's life, right? And because some other person, like for instance, if somebody took up coding, right? Well, maybe now with AI, you can just like completely crush it. But if you took up coding and you wanted to learn that, but deep down in your heart, you were supposed to be drawing Picasso paintings and, and learning about Michelangelo and going and doing oil paintings, right? If that was you and you went instead into the digital world, then you might feel like that's completely uphill and you're just going against your own nature, right? So we're trying not to go against our own nature here. We are trying to go with our nature and take as much of our ego out of this as possible, but put as much of our consciousness and awareness in as possible. So we're trying to slowly get rid of a thing that is potentially gumming up the works, right? Our self-imposed expectations on ourselves, right? Our self-imposed criticisms, right? We're often our worst critic. And sometimes our expectations are so high, the bar is so high that we don't even start, right? So the ego has so many ways it can gum up the works, and look, it's an ally at the end of the day, but a part of growing and maturing is to also get better at things that we once weren't so good at. And I don't know about you, but sometimes my ego doesn't serve me because my ego be lazy, you know? My ego's like, man, do I really want to do that thing right now? Or do I just want to chill and relax? And there it is. There it is, right? But when I tap into things that I'm willing to do because I was already going to do them, and I just give my full undivided attention and start pouring more awareness into them to the point where I'm doing more of those things and it just happened like second nature, like I know that's the path, and I know that's a powerful path, and I know it's a path that we all are looking for because like the new age topics keep bringing back old ideas and putting a different coat on them and a new paint coat on them, right? And then saying, hey, it's completely new. You never seen this one before, right? Completely new technique. No, they're not new techniques. It's old techniques. So with manifestation, co-creation, the laws of attraction, the I there's a stronger idea as it's like these ideas are getting enhanced over time. People are putting more thought behind them and explaining them to greater details. And they're saying that like, look, you're already the thing that you don't have to want it or desire it because it's now outside of you. You just be with it, and then it will happen. But with effortless effort, if you were doing it, it was already going to happen. You know, it's already going to happen because you are already doing it. You see? It's already going to happen. You are already doing it. And you can tell you're doing it because it's effortless. It's what you would have already done. You woke up, you'd already do it. You would do it anyways. You do it if no one was watching. You do it if no one's paying you. And then you keep doing it, and then all of a sudden, magic happens around that. Magic happens around that because that's your nature and that's your path. Yes, so I just had to compare those new age and the old age just to show you that look, these ideas, they keep coming back, and they're coming back because they're probably important, and maybe we do need to look at them collectively as a culture and figure out how we can use this to the best of our abilities. That's probably why it keeps coming back, because maybe we forget about them, you know what I mean? And then over time we have to collectively remember them. But you know, if this video found you and you're remembering your effortless effort, that's a win for us all. So please lean into it. That's awesome. And also, don't forget to leaning into subscribing too, because that would help out a lot, and I would deeply appreciate that. So I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Just enjoy a little bit of the sunset with me. And I hope you're lounging too, because man, take a rest. Take a few minutes to be with yourself. It's important. And I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye bye.